Hey babe, so I'm gonna have a real conversation with you. Your life is stagnant. You could be successful, but it's not giving exactly what it needs to give, or you're not successful at all. And you're like, what is going on? Like, why are things not flowing into my life? Why are things not actually shifting? I feel like I'm doing all the things and planting all the seeds and being the person, but my life is not actually changing at the end of the day. And girl, been there. So been there, okay? So been there. And in today's video, I'm going to teach you how to break out of that cycle and how to actually step into the timeline where you get the damn thing. Whether it's the money, whether it's the man, whether it's the mindset or how you just want to feel on the inside, whatever it is, I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it. And this is coming from somebody who's been there, okay? If you're ready to create a life of success, ease, flow, and prosperity, make sure you comment down below the number 888. Let's lock in the energy and tell me what you are manifesting. Don't even tell me what you're manifesting. Tell me what's already done. Okay, tell me what you are. It's already done down below. Okay, let's lock it in. But let's get into this. Here's the thing. If you're not seeing the shift in your life and you've been doing all the things, you've been manifesting and doing the affirmations and all the inner work, and you're still not seeing the shift, the first thing that I would tell you that comes to mind that really helped me, sometimes it's not about planting new seeds in your life, but it's actually about removing weeds. Imagine you're like taking these beautiful seeds that could create the most luscious gardens, and you're just putting it in soil that is dry, that hasn't been like it hasn't been taken care of, and it's just, there's no water, there's no life there in the soil. That is what you're doing when you put your seeds into environments where you are not meant to flourish. You could be the best seed ever with all the potential, but if you're putting it in the wrong places and you're giving it the wrong things, it doesn't matter. It's not in a place where it can grow. Like, it's just not in a place where it can grow. And what is the environment? Environment is obviously physical, but it's also mental, spiritual, emotional. And what you need to do is really audit everything in your life right now. And instead of trying to add new things, before you add new things, it's time to release. We're going into the fall. All right, we're going into winter time, and this is a time where we begin to let go of things, to rest, to release, to see and look at life and say to ourselves, what's supposed to be here, what's not supposed to be here, so we can get ready for spring and summer. But before we get to spring and summer, you have to honor the season that you're in. And if you're doing all the things in the wrong season, except for doing the things that the season calls for, you're not getting the results. So what does that mean? Number one, it's time to release. And here's all the major areas that you can start looking at your life and really seeing, okay, where can I release and let go so I can create space for new things to come in? It don't matter how much you want something. If you don't have the space to receive it, it's not going to come. Number one, your circle. Oh my God, not just your circle of friends. This could be men, this could be people in general. You want to really audit your circle. They say that you become like the 4 people that you are closest to. So when you think about the people that you're surrounded with, if you're surrounded with people who are not living lives that you would love to live, I hate to break it to you, you're becoming that energy. So you need to audit your circle and audit the people in your life and see if it's conducive to the woman that you're looking to become or the man that you're looking to become. All right? Like, look at the people who you talk to the most. And not even that. In my recent times, I was wondering, there were certain people that it's not like I cut them off, but it's not like that. It's not like I fully cut them off, but it's not like I was also talking to them, but they were kind of still there. They still had access. And recently I got into this space where I was like, you know what? Actually, you don't have access. Block. Having the tough conversations, letting people go, creating space between me and certain people and energies. And it might not even be that big of a deal. It's just not in alignment with me anymore. I remember I was like, God, I'm trying to grow this, that, and the third. What's up? And I remember I was in meditation and God was like, block this person. I was like, what? but God, like, you know, they're like super successful. God was like, block this person. Do you believe? And I was like, he was like God was like, do you trust me? I was like, yeah, I trust you. Then block this person. And I was like, okay, block. And then he was like, okay, now block this person. I was like, what? Them? I said, okay, block. And he was like, okay, now block this person. And I was like, okay, block. And literally I was like just clearing out my energy field. And literally the same day, I started getting so much more life force. Like I felt my life force just open up, and I had all these ideas soak in. I started releasing and creating more money, right? I started just randomly attracting opportunities. You know, my energy shifted. People were more attracted, and I was like, yo, this is crazy. Clear out the energy that no longer serves. It could be anything from people that you're close to and just people that just don't belong, or people that, if somebody came to mind when I talk to you about this right here, just let it go. Have the self-conversation. Hey, I just want to let you know that this is not working out for me anymore. I appreciate what it was, or whatever friendship or whatever it is, but I'm not in alignment with this anymore. I'm going to end this here. Thank you. I appreciate you, but thank you. And just let it go. And new things will come in, new people will come in, new opportunities will come in, new money will come in. I promise you. Okay, so think about your circle. Number 2, audit your habits. If you are not seeing the results that you would like, a lot of the times it's because you're habitually doing things that are anti where it is that you want to be. So if you want to be a successful business owner, but you have the habit of not posting, you have the habit of not selling, you have the habit of not showing up for yourself, it's not conducive to where you want to be. If you want to be a wife and, you know, have this beautiful man that's providing for you and loves you and is loyal to you, but you have the habit of entertaining men who don't do anything for you. You have the habit of sleeping with men who don't do anything for you. You have the habit of doing it like, all this, but then you're hitting up your ex, replying back to your ex as soon as he texts you. This is not conducive to the woman you want to become, to the person you want to become. So you need to audit your habits. What do I habitually do, and what new habits do I need to create for myself in my life to become a new version of myself? And you got to be really authentic with it and just be honest. Like, what am I doing? How can I create new habits to shift my life? So write down all the habits which you have a habit of doing, and then write down new habits that you can start practicing and aligning to create new results in your life. The easiest way to do that is by creating a new identity. You currently have an identity that you are this, everything in front of you is a big scene. Reality is like a big movie, and you are a character in this movie. Whoever your character is exactly who they are meant to be in the movie. Whatever results you see, that's exactly who the character is. So if you are this person who always ends up in heartbreak and you're always sad and you never get the things that you want, that is the character you're currently playing. That is your identity. But if you want to create a new role, then you need to create a new role and create a new character for yourself. And that new person with a new identity, once you understand and clear out that old identity, you have room to now create a new identity. And this new version of yourself has new habits, new states of being. She has new thoughts. She has new realities. And if you want help with learning how to do this, either book a session with me and we could do it in that session, and you'll create like massive change really quickly, or check out the Goddess School down below. But regardless, you need to create a new identity for yourself. Number 3, clutter, physical clutter. If you look at your room, if you look at your room and you're like, yo, I don't need this stuff. Like, if you grab an item in your room and it doesn't light you up, let it go. If you have things in your drawers that are not supposed to be there anymore, let it go. Put it in the trash. Like, clear out space. You want to manifest all these nice things and jewelry, but it's like, what, you don't even like the stuff that you have right now. Give it away, donate it, sell it, clear it out, create physical space in your actual environment. If you have a messy space and there's a stuff all over the place, that is what your mind is looking like. That's what your energy looking like right now. Clear out your space, declutter, give stuff away that no longer serves it so that you can create space for new things to come in. Audit your life strategy. And last but not least, audit your life strategy. And this is kind of similar to changing your identity, but I was having a conversation with a homegirl and she's like, I really want to be successful and this, that, and the third, but I'm a creative. Everybody keeps on telling me to focus on one thing and to do one thing, but I don't want to do one thing. I want to do multiple things, and I want to be creative, and I want to have multiple projects and this, that, and the third. And and this is super loving. Like, she knows I love her. I was like, girl, has it worked? Like, has you doing multiple things and not focusing in on one thing and giving it your all for just a short period of time until you get to a certain level of success, then you can go to another thing. Has it worked? If your life strategy has not worked, you got to audit your life strategy. There's something, it's like doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. Sometimes it's the smallest tweaks that create the most change. But if you're not present to what your current life strategy is, and you can't release the things that are not serving you from your life strategy, like how you're going about doing life, like your strategy of how you're getting the things you want, it's like, you know, if it's not working, sometimes you need to fix it and shift it. And that's what you got to look at. What is my strategy with my life right now? What is my strategy for finding love? What is my strategy for dating? What is my strategy for making money? What is my strategy? And is my strategy currently working? Am I reaping? And you'll see it in your fruits. Whatever it is that you plant seeds with and you're birthing, and if you don't see the fruits, then your strategy needs to shift, most likely, especially if you've been doing it for a long time. Sometimes you got to just shift your strategy, and it's not about timing. It's just literally about you not doing something in the best way that it could be, and there's a difference, and that requires discernment. But these are the major areas that you want to look at and start auditing and really start thinking to yourself, like, am I doing things? What can I release that is no longer serving me so I can create more space for the things that I want in my life to actually come in? Okay? And if this resonated with you, please like this video. And if you know you got somebody that needs to hear this video, send them this video right now so that we can start really locking in and get ready. Like, we are prepping for that new year. We are in the last quarter of the year. Whatever time you're watching this, though, you're meant to hear this right now. So let me know down below what you are about to let go and release so that you can create space for new things to come in. I love you guys so much. And like I said, if you are really wanting to be successful, especially in your own online brand, making your first 6 figures, 7 figures, really expanding your capacity to receive, to make money, you know, creating a new reality for yourself, definitely check out the Soft Money School, where I will teach you step by step how to create money online, passively, softly, and how to expand your relationship with wealth and money so that you can receive more money with ease, manifest with ease, and be that kind of person that's like, yo, what happened? You just quantum leaped. Yup, because you expanded your capacity. So definitely check that out down below, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.